Good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Been a crazy couple days, Beard dye is starting to fade out a little bit, become a little more natural. I still got lots of grays though. God damn, a whole box of this shit didn't even cover it up. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base with everybody. I know they've been seeing what's going on with me, and I just want to say I'm having so much fun. This is incredible. I got a listen, do you guys understand that I got a trans person to scream the F slur at me? She screamed the F slur at me, called herself a troon. I mean, oh no. I got her to show her awful teeth because she kept making fun of my gap. And you know what's crazy is I just have a regular gap. Like, it's not like her teeth were black and they were so tiny. Where'd they go? What did she do to them? Oh, I would hate that if all my teeth were tiny, little tiny bits. Anyway, if you watch that BYB and you watch me get screamed at for 3.5 hours, I eventually just left because it was just repetitive. I kind of just let these ladies get it out of their systems. Listen, to be fair, I got carried away. I was a little bit hot though. This lady tried to, in her mind, fuck my marriage up, which is wild, for asking her why she was screaming at everybody. I didn't even get to why she was calling Mazzy a fat cunt yet. I just said, hey, why are you screaming at everybody? And then she goes, you sent me inappropriate messages. And then she released the messages, and yikes, man. I mean, it's just like, I knew there wasn't any, and that was the funny part. That's why I told her to show him right away. But it's just like, honey, what are we doing? You know? But everybody needs to pay real close attention, because, like, this is the problem that we have in society, is, like, people just jump to, like, oh, a lady said it. It's like, well, they lie. And then you got to also pay attention to Ashley Cummings is somebody whose entire family doesn't want anything to do with her. She has no family wants her around. You know how hard you have to work at being a cunt before everybody in your family goes, no thanks. You know? Her sister is basking in money and is still not happy with her. Money makes people so much happier. I don't understand how it is that Ashley could be just well, actually, I do know, because she's a monster. She's not a good person. So anybody that communicates with her in any way or gives her any kind of attention, just know what happened to me is going to eventually happen to you. I'm looking at you, Mumbling Nick. I'm looking at you, Rochi, even though, you know. But the problem is like, she'll just make an accusation with no basis to it. She'll know she's lying because she's a sociopath. Lying doesn't really affect her in this way, because in the moment she's like, well, I was mad, you know. And then she tried to walk back all the stuff she was saying about Mazzy because she said such crazier shit about me. And she's like, well, actually, I feel bad about the Mazzy thing. And it's like, oh, do you? Because you didn't seem like it at the time. And every time that poor girl opened her mouth, you were screaming at her. And anytime anybody asked you anything or talked to you, you screamed at them. You're not a normal person. You're subhuman, Ashley. You're less than, honey. Okay? And I know, it hurts your feelings. I put an AI picture of your mommy up, being disappointed. But that was literally how her face was. I can't help that. She was disappointed in you. Your dad, he died of shame. That's a fact, Jack. Larry Page, your best friend, over 20 times in those newly released Epstein documents was he brought up. Over 20 times. And that's just in that small release. What were you doing? Were you on that island, Ashley? Were you on that island? Were you and Larry Page on that boat headed to that island? What were you doing with those kids? What were you up to out there? We all want to know. That was right around the same time that you allegedly were running around with Larry. What were you doing? What were you up to? But I digress. Anyway, the whole thing was very fun. I mean, I beat them both so many times. I got bored, and honestly, that's why I just left. And then I ended up going on Pat Dixon, which I just a real quick tidbit about the Pat Dixon thing. This is why this was funny, and shout out to Pat. I had made a statement on my live on Saturday night, just previous to this entire Ashley thing. And Pat misunderstood it and also took it a way that I didn't mean it. Anyway, long story short, it was a miscommunication, right? I had no idea he was having this. So I get off of the stream after being screamed at, and I'm sitting there, and I get the link from Pat. Now, I've only got, I never asked for a link from Pat, so I assumed he had been watching me getting screamed at and was interested in talking to me, and maybe we would have a couple good laughs, you know, me and Pat have a good laugh. And then I got on there, and Pat was pissed at me. Not really pissed, he's more annoyed. And I think what happens is like he was annoyed because, like, you know, Pat likes a lot of the things that I say. And so when he thought I was saying something, essentially he thought I was saying that Felicia got him fans, which is not what I was trying to say. But long story short, him and I already hashed that out, so I'm not going to relive that. But the funny thing is, so I show up there, and I'm like, you know, hey fellas, we're about to have a nice time. And then Pat is going, yeah, I want to talk to you about this clip where you said something and I didn't really like it. And I thought he was joking, right? Because when I go, oh, okay, show the clip. And he goes, yeah, you know, because that's literally what had been happening to me. I'm like, show the text messages. And they're like, you know, or show where I said this, or show the clip of me doing that. And everyone's like, oh, you know, I can't do that. So I thought he was, I literally thought he had seen this and was making a joke. But no, he was actually just mad. So I ended up walking into another altercation. So Monday was a rough one for me. But anyway, I got to head into work. I appreciate everybody. You know, just remember, it's just the internet, folks. Everything's going to be fine. Like, share, subscribe. I'm finally up over 400. I'm saying finally like I deserve it. I'm over 400. Let's just say that. I'm over 400 subscribers now, which is huge. I just wanted to get hopefully to 400 by the end of the year. So that's great, and I really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe, and be sure and go check out Dan's show from last night. Nice podcast, stupid. And I appreciate you guys. Have a good one.